Alright, hey everyone, Jared Napolitano here, JNAP. We're going to be streaming game 1 of the GEMPC 7 semifinal match between Mike Kessling, aka Troop1023, and Kieran Furgut, aka Ketwol. Table hasn't posted or fired yet. It looks like both players are in the lobby, so maybe any minute now. So thank you for joining. We're going to have a fun stream today. I am going to do the first game, and then Garrett Larson should be tagging in for the second game. He's going to stream from his Twitch account, which is going to be auto-hosted to the PC account. So once the stream ends, I'll end it, hop off, and then if you stay on the SWCCG PC Twitch stream, it should come up, whether on the app or on the website. Yeah. So that'll be the plan here. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Let me know if not. Looks like it won't let me in the chat. So let me do that. 1 second. I think I have to log in. That would be helpful. Looks like Mike is ready. Mike is the higher seed. I think he was the 4 or 5 overall seed. And Kieran was like something crazy, like 57 or 61. I think I made the joke when I did the quarterfinal between Kieran and Joe that probably the most underseeded player in the event. In Batmouse's defense, who primarily did the seedings. I mean, Kieran has gone to several main events, major events, and regional events, so he doesn't do the OCS really, or maybe not at all, so maybe that's part of the blind spot in that case, but he was the 2020 World Runner-Up. Very, very strong player. Several top 8s. He was on the Outrider Cup team. And good guy from my experiences. All right, so we have Tig. There's good in him from Kieran, who's going to be the light side player. And Kessling is playing Invasion as dark side player. So hang on a second. Bear with me while I have to set up something real quick. Usual starting stuff. We have Luke Skywalker, Rebel Scout. Luke's lightsaber, of course. Invasion Destroyers. Ooh, interesting. Where are the destroyed? Because and Crossfire, which will add. This is going to be interesting. 2 decks. Now, Invasion was pretty popular at Nationals. I know, especially from New Allies, Mike Kessling's team. One of the charter members, of course. As Kieran plays Wisa to get a Boss Dash Chambers or Battle Planes. A 3-card start for Kieran with Battle Plane, Draw Their Fire, Strike Planing, which is interesting, and of course Wackling. So this would be an interesting matchup. Maybe we'll see some stuff that we haven't seen a lot, put it that way. Shields come out. We get both players play their grabber. There's no try from dark side. And Were You Looking For Me from Kieran to pull 3PO, I'm sure. Alright. Hang on, everyone. I don't know why I need to log into the chat so I can see everyone's chat. Yeah, still some starting here. So Mike goes to his deploy phase, deploys in episode 1 docking bay, Coruscant or Coruscant docking bay. So that's a 1-0 for some activation. Yavin Sentry Shield, which will tax multiple 9 uniques to the same location. Blockade Flagship from hand from Mike, and Nemoidian Pilot, probably Tehao or Dulce Dauphine. It is Dulce Dauphine. Alright, so welcome everyone again. Looks like I'm finally logged into the chat, so apologize if you've been saying anything that I haven't been interacting with. I had to log in there. Okay, see everybody. Shaw, Charlie. Rock deck for Kieran. Here's hoping. And Mike's is going to draw here, so I'll be able to focus now that I'm finally logged in. Okay. All right, so Kieran's going to start his turn. Again, of course, this is the semifinal matchup. Winner goes on to face Tom, who advanced past the event organizer, Batmouse. Tom was also probably, not the easiest player to rank, but definitely underranked, I think, in retrospect. So I think he was a 6 seed technically, but that's a fun part about this tournament. I think there weren't a ton of upsets relative to the last year early on, but upset is a pretty arbitrary term, especially when with such a complex game and so many factors going into ranking everybody. So, all right, so Kieran deploys the Jedi Council Chamber from reserve. Both players getting all their locations out here. Luke moves over. And yeah, so if you're not familiar, where are those droidicas? V. This came out in set 8. Really bumps non-unique destroyer droids, making them deploy -1 and forfeit +1. Also, wherever you have a site where every character is a destroyer droid or nemoidian, opponent's characters are defense value -1 all the way down to 3 for each destroyer droid present. So you can have a pretty good time hitting high ability characters with that. I wonder what the thought process is, or was. Maybe I think Kieran's a bit of a mains player, if I had to, especially relative to other Europeans who, maybe fair or not fair, are often perceived as not being heavy mains players. But in the last round, he played the Obi Muning deck against Joe Olson, who was playing the Thrawn deck. So, and Kieran won that by, I think it was 8 or 9. So maybe with the destroyer droids and the effect easier to hit main characters. Mike uses a force push V on his second turn to fish something out of his 11 card force pile. Doesn't know what he activated. I wonder what he is searching for. Usually I like playing that if I know there's something in my force pile I really need, or a lot of times you see it after people have verified, so they know what's in their reserve deck versus what's in their force pile. Or maybe they need a critical card to get going. So maybe we'll find out pretty soon what card he's fishing for, but I don't think he's going to have 100% guarantee of it being there. Or maybe he's just playing it and just figures, let me basically expand my hand by 11 cards. And I'm sure I'll find something good in there. Because in effect, that's what it's doing. Oh wow! So Greg says our read was he basically only plays mains for light side. That's fair. So all right. So Mike picks his card and puts 2 cards back in his force pile. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'll try to do a giveaway. Maybe 2. I actually, as I was doing some inventory with all PC swag, especially foil slips, last night, and I found that I had a handful that would make sense to be good giveaways. So I told Garrett he can give away a couple during game 2, and I have like 1 or 2 I can give away as well. Some cards that aren't like super duper exclusive. They're also not really recent, but so they're not like but they're cards people will hopefully value. Maybe we'll do like a trivia. All right, Mike deploys the Throne Room from reserve deck and a Droidica over to the platform. So it looks like he's going for the attack. Then it deploys a destroyer droid. So now, of course, they pair up. So they draw 1 if unable to otherwise. He's going to add, but that's not going to come into play. We get a P60, who is a leader, right? No, P60 is not a leader, but a third different card, we'll say. So the Yavin Center Shield won't kick in. P60 is a card I like, but just obviously inferior to P59, but can target vehicles at +2, adds 1, Battle Destiny with another. So I guess now they'll draw 2, right? Because they both add. A Droidica and P60, such to be 2 Battle Destiny. And we have Master Destroyers used to interrupt. So Luke Skywalker Rebel Scout is not able to fire weapons. He's power -2. Mike is going to have to pay 1 to fire each weapon here. But this seems to bode well. Fallen Portal, spicy. There we go. And I say there we go because I always like seeing different stuff. So even like this matchup at the start, we saw some different things. Fallen Portal at Docking Bay. But wow, O switch off cancels the targeting. And if I was Kieran, I'd be like, huh, that works? And it probably does. Because yeah, it definitely does target your droid to be lost. So Kieran makes the good hand comment, but as we know, Mike did have a force push, so he probably got 1 key card there. He probably is also playing a ton of Droidicas and Destroyer droids, so I wouldn't say there was any fortune in him drawing 1 of each of those. And the O switch off is probably 2 or 3 copies of, for sure. But all right, so Newt was a miss. He draws P59, which is going to be a hit, right? Because it's +2. Oh, maybe not a hit. So he's defense value. He gets the +1. So he's defense value 4. So that should hit. 4 + 2 is 6, greater than 4. So Luke is now hit. And if this is like a Wounded Warrior or something like that, this could be big trouble. Oh, there's the Wounded Warrior. Oh, wow. Woo! Yeah, this might be rough. Kieran's probably going to need a Hoojix now. Power 0, can apply ability towards drawing Battle Destiny. He is forfeit 9 still. And Kieran concedes. Wow. Oh, wow. He is not forfeit 0. Mike admits, lucky hand. So yeah, 2 Battle Destiny coming here from Mike. Let's say he draws like a 3-3. Let's say 3-4 to be conservative. That's a 21. Luke soaks 9. So Kieran's probably going to peel at least like 6, maybe. No need to play this out. Roll the dice sometimes. Have fun in the finals. Okay, so Kieran's going to concede the whole match. This was game 1. Wow. So this will be interesting on a replay if people see the time frame. But yeah, so sometimes that just happens. It's funny. Sometimes my wife says, "How long is the game going to take to play?" And it's like some can take 5 minutes, some could take 90 minutes. This game is crazy, but wow. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's do a giveaway though to thank everyone for tuning in. Usually we have a little more time to do it, so I can give away let's do an Exegol Sith Throne foil and a Devastator V foil. So those are extras. So the Sith Throne, this was a tournament foil from last year, or not a tournament foil, it was one of the league foils. So let me get my Post-its here. So I can write down who was going to win this. So let's just do, what would be a good trivia question? All right, hopefully people are listening. Maybe I'll type it at the same time. And the first 2 people to get it will get 1 of each. Okay, all right, here's a trivia question. I have it typed in the chat. Gonna hit enter. First couple of people. Dan, you're excluded because you're the stream lead. Well, I'll give you other stuff as part of this, so let other people get it. I feel like Dan always gets these with the quick response. So, all right, so I'm gonna type it in, and I'm gonna say it as I type it, or say it as I hit enter. All right, name a starship that has permanent pilots with 4 or more ability. So basically a starship you can deploy and get a battle destiny in most cases. Not every case. So first one will get a Sith Throne. Second one will get a Devastator V foil half slip. The Sith Throne's a full slip. All right, so Crazy Carl comes in with Intimidator. Yep, that'll work. If I'm looking at this right. And then Wayne with Han Chewie and the Falcon. Yeah, that's ability 5. So Devastator V. So I guess Garrett's not going to be doing giveaways, but there'll be other opportunities. I'll do a couple quick housekeeping items as we sign off here since we're going to have time. And then, yeah, Wayne's will get the Devastator. So you guys probably have these already, but that's okay. With foil slips, I'm sure people get multiples. Trade them. Look for ones that you don't have, because Some are for online events, and some people never play online events, or some people for in-person events, and they never play in person, vice versa. So trade them around, go look for what you need, use the trading forum, or post on Slack or Discord or whatever, but just obviously don't sell them. So quick housekeeping items. So Sunday is Ahsoka's Adventure. Let me pull that up. That is a new tournament series that we're doing. So this is going to be one of 5, possibly 6, depends how it goes. Hopefully we get 5. A little bit it's dependent on turnout. Like I mentioned in the video about this, which is in here, I don't know if these events are going to be like 8 people or like 20 people, or maybe they'll vary. This first one we did not have a ton of runway, just because it kind of came together for a few reasons. But you go to the forum, around the board index, click on this. You can still sign up. We have 9 players so far. I have Taco Bill down here in a separate because I need to add him to the league still. And so, hopefully we get, at least 12, 15 perhaps. Chris Schoenthal is going to be the tournament director. Sign up for that. We also have the annual retro event, which is Premier to Special Edition. I saw Justin Desai asking about Premier to Special Edition decks on Slack yesterday. No idea if he's going to play in it, but we're going to do it similar to the last couple of years where we did Premier Death Star 2 and just Cypher cards only, where we have a 12-game qualifying stage, similar to an OCS month, except a little more. It's usually like 35, 40 days. This one's going to be around 35 days. Sign up for that. To sign up, you make a donation. It's going to go to charity to the Sean Valdez, the leukemia cause to fight leukemia for the Children's Hospital down in Jacksonville. All the details are here. Big thanks to Andy Talaga for leading this. Lots of sweet prizes in here. Again, you can donate $1. You can donate $5. I think the suggested we said is $5. Pretty sweet grand prize of Coruscant Lightside V. Not Lightside V. Lightside Uncut Sheet. All right, so those are the 2 big events coming up now. OCS resumes on May 1st. With other events, GEMPC now is going to have the final between Mike Kessling and Tom. Kessling, pretty impressive run because he was the runner-up last year and lost to Matthew Harrison Trainer in the final. And he also lost in the final in PC20 to Tom. So, wow, this is going to be a rematch of the PC20 final. So there's some storylines there. So I'm sure our stream team lead, Dan, will have headlines to touch upon in the final. That'll be really cool. See if Kessling can get a big online event win. Of course, both excellent players. So that's about all I had. Housekeeping. Thanks for tuning in. The game wasn't super long, but sometimes that happens. So congratulations to Kieran for a good run, and very excited to see the final and how that shakes out. I'm probably getting booted from the hall here. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. I think it's a quick plug. There's one more plug. There's a couple retro streams coming up. Actually, maybe I'll do that now. I have a retro replay. There's 2 4-0 tables in event 2, game 5, Premier to Endor. So maybe I'll do that. I got the replay. That should only take like a half hour since I carved out 90 minutes for this. So maybe I'll stop and start. And then tomorrow night at 9 p.m. there's probably going to be the other 4-0 versus 4-0 match, which maybe Garrett, maybe me streaming. Probably Garrett. So just make sure you follow the PC Twitch to get notifications when there's live events or live streaming. And may the force be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.